Hey, what's up you guys, Mr. Awesome here. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is shaping up to be the greatest Smash Bros. In existence. Lately, characters that people have been requesting for years have made it into the game, you know, with the likes of King K. Rool, Ridley, and Simon Belmont. While the characters I just mentioned are original, some people have also requested for characters like Daisy, Chrom, and Dark Samus to be in a Smash Bros. Game, and look, they're here now, and they're known as Echo Fighters. I don't need to explain what Echo Fighters are to you guys, because I'm pretty sure you guys have to know what Echo Fighters are if you're interested in Smash Bros. And if not, I'll just quick summary. Echo Fighter is basically a copy-paste of another character that is already existing. Now, I personally believe that Sakurai isn't done adding Echo Fighters just yet, so I'll be throwing my personal 10 picks for Echo Fighter status into the foray, because, you know, everyone else has done this topic already. Before we get into the video, let me clarify that this list is in no particular order. Well, except the top 3. It's hard ranking these characters, since they're basically just clones of existing characters, and also this list is unscripted beyond this point, because I feel like it'll be more genuine for me to convey the message, so, you know, without further ado, let me ask you something. Who's Nintendo? I don't know. And apparently he was considered for Super Smash Bros. Brawl back for the Nintendo Wii. And looking at him now, he could have been a NES replacement. I don't know what Sakurai was thinking. For some reason he didn't make it in, but now I feel like he deserves to be in. And I'm not saying he deserves to be in Smash just because he had a spot in Brawl. That doesn't matter because he wasn't even in Smash 4. But let's be honest, Earthbound needs some love because, you know, it's only been 2 characters, and yeah, they're both clones of each other, but I mean, maybe Nintendo can have something like interesting. He can be both the love child of both Lucas and Ness, you know, the best of both worlds. And let's be honest, his name is pretty cool, and I promise you that I did not mean to put him at number 10 just because his name is Nintendo. I just noticed now that I'm recording. But in all due honesty, he does seem like a cool character. If not as an Echo Fighter, he would definitely, I think, benefit as being an alternate costume for Ness, much like Alf is for Olimar. So I think that'd be a better idea, but I honestly needed some Echo Fighter ideas, so I threw him in here. Moving on. Alright, let's be honest. I feel like Smash Bros. Doesn't have enough heavy hitters. Yeah, we got K. Rool, we got Ganondorf, we got Bowser, and we got Donkey Kong, but I don't know. We got DDD too, but I don't know. I feel like we're still missing some heavy hitters, and honestly, I think Funky Kong would be a cool Echo Fighter since he basically was a selling point for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I didn't buy Tropical Freeze because I have it on Wii U, but he's popular enough to be a selling point, and I think he would be a cool Echo Fighter because he can pull moves from Donkey Kong himself and a couple other sword fighters and Peach herself. Let me explain it real quick. So, again, I've only seen gameplay of Tropical Freeze, but you know how Funky Kong can sort of hover with his surfboard. He can copy it from Peach, you know? It can be a side B or something totally different, but it still would come from Peach herself. He can use the surfboard as a sword, as a shield. That would be pretty interesting. I don't think a shield would work, but he can use it as a sword basically, but not, you know, just swing it around and stuff. It could be his down B. You know how Donkey Kong does a little hand thing, the one that kills all the multi-man melee and stupid polygon people? Well, Funky can do it himself. And let's just be honest, these Smash characters, some of them don't have personalities, and Funky Kong would add a lot of style to Smash Brothers just based on his personality and looks. Just look at him. It looks like Funky really just looks like Donkey Kong if he just chilled. Like really, really good. Alright, let's just get the Donkey Kong franchise out of this top 10. Remember, this is in no type of order, but it's just top 10. If I remember correctly around the Brawl era, and it seems like a faded memory, I swear I'm not fake news, that Sakurai wanted Dixie Kong and Diddy to be a tag team duo, much like how they played in Donkey Kong Country 2. And I don't know what went through Sakurai's head. I mean, that would have been an interesting idea, and we all know how it turned out. Diddy ended up being his own character, and Dixie Kong was cut out basically. So Dixie Kong could be an echo of Diddy. She can borrow moves from him, but she can use her hair as a recovery. Just like how Donkey Kong does a little DK helicopter. I don't know the name of this. She can use her hair. She can use grabs with her hair. You know how she grabs the barrel and stuff? It'd be pretty interesting. I like Echo Fighters because they're basically copies of other characters, but they could throw in their own little pizzazz in there. And I know I just put 2 Donkey Kong characters back to back as Echo Fighters, but to be honest, they pretty much play identical in their own source material anyway, so... And don't worry, I'm not adding Cranky Kong to the list. This isn't that 1 year at the Game Awards, alright? This list is not that. Moving on. You know, have you guys looked at the Sis Trophy catalog lately? We haven't seen some people, you know? And one of the people we haven't seen is Isabelle. Curiously enough, she hasn't been shown in any way. We got Ashley and we got Bomberman, and you know, Bomberman really hit some people in the heart. And I feel like Isabelle has moved on from that status because she's been in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and Mario Kart 8, but it's the same game anyway. But a character that is brand new has made it into a Mario game. She's basically one of the faces of Animal Crossing, and she's pretty recognizable when it comes to people that played Animal Crossing. I can argue with this. She, I think, is more recognizable than Tom Nook himself. Maybe not, but I can argue this. Now, I'm gonna have to agree with other people. She could be a clone or Echo Fighter of the Villager, but she can also implement some of her original moves of her own, since she is the mayor's assistant. So I don't know, throw pencils or something to make a statue pop up out of the ground, pull turnips. I don't know. And let's be honest, Isabelle's pretty adorable, so we need adorableness in Smash. For number 6, Mrs. Pac-Man would just be a straight up Echo Fighter clone of Pac-Man. Hell, I'd rather her be an alternate costume, to be honest, for Pac-Man rather than a fighter, because they would have the same moves. They would have all the same moves in Final Smashes. Maybe Sakurai can add something new? Maybe she's faster, because Pac-Man is type slow. And, well, to be completely honest, I think she'd be the easiest Echo Fighter to make, so I'm not sure if Namco is making the game, if they're helping out. I think I'm positive. I should have scripted this, but I think I'm positive. I think they're making the game, so hey Namco, just throw in, you know, more reps for you guys. You know, number 6 was, speaking of easy Echo Fighters, and what's another one that I can pull out the bag? Oh yeah, Ken from Street Fighter. Ken is literally a clone of Ryu. Even in the Street Fighter games. I mean, they share the same moves, albeit a little bit different. Their skeleton structure looks to be about the same. And if you've noticed in Street Fighter V, Ken has a new costume, so he can have 2 alternate costumes, you know? Plus, he'd be the perfect Echo Fighter for Smash Brothers, because he's basically a Ryu clone. You can add a little differences here and there, and it'll give Street Fighter more love. Yeah, Capcom would get more reps, but let's be honest. Ken would be an easy Echo Fighter to make alongside Miss Pac-Man. Let me say this, alright? You guys can argue in the comments, because I know some of you will defend this. The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds is one of the greatest 2D Zeldas. Before you start a flame war, I have not played A Link to the Past from start to finish, so I'm sticking with A Link Between Worlds. And I've heard this from different places, and one of the reasons why the game made it great, no spoilers or anything, is Princess Hilda. She could be a darker clone of Zelda. If you guys seen what Princess Hilda really was about in A Link Between Worlds, I think you would agree with me. You kind of want her in. Princess Hilda would match Zelda's aesthetic, since she's basically based off A Link Between Worlds. You know, the Zelda is from A Link Between Worlds, and Hilda would be too. They would complement each other very well. And just imagine a Hyrule Lorule stage that accompanies Princess Hilda. It'd be pretty cool, you know, changing the backgrounds. I know you can do that with other stages, but just think about it. It'd be pretty cool, and the music can change too, which kind of never happens in Smash Brothers. You know how I mentioned in the Isabelle number portion of the video that there's some assist trophy characters missing? Well, Shadow's nowhere to be found, and while it's worrying Shadow could be cut, because you know Isaac from Golden Sun was cut from the assist trophy status back in Smash 4, maybe the same thing can happen to Shadow the Hedgehog. Or he can go the way of Little Mac and Dark Samus and become a full-fledged playable character. And let's be honest, I think I'd rather the second option. he can pull moves from Sonic, Mewtwo, and dare I say Bayonetta. Why Bayonetta? Because let's be honest, Shadow's history with guns is still fresh in our minds. Maybe not as fresh as it was 10 years ago, but it's fresh. And he can use a couple of Mewtwo's moves, because if you notice, Shadow uses Chaos Control, and you know, Mewtwo be popping in, popping out in the stage, you know, so Shadow can use that. And it'll make Shadow slightly more original than he's supposed to be. But let's agree this, alright? Shadow is still a clone of Sonic, regardless of the game. Even in the Sonic games, Amy confuses Shadow with Sonic, so Shadow's a Sonic clone. Alright? If you guys are fans of this channel, you guys would know I personally don't like Splatoon. I don't know, maybe it's a game I can't stream, because there's too much going on, and my brain can't process it. But as a non-Splatoon fan, I've seen that the Octolings have been making headlines with the new DLC, the Octo expansion. It'd be pretty cool to have them on board, because I remember a few years ago people were clamoring for the Octolings to be playable in Splatoon 1, and while they didn't happen in Splatoon 1, it happened in Splatoon 2. While I didn't play the DLC, I can just imagine that as an Echo Fighter, they can represent different weapons from the Splatoon series, while still borrowing some from the regular Inklings. But it could be new colors, and you know, so be it. I don't know if... I'm sorry, I'm really not that knowledgeable when it comes to Splatoon. Remember how I said the top 3 choices are in order? You'll see why this is my number 1. Who could it be? I've never seen anyone mention this, but the Baby Mario Brothers. Yeah, you heard me right, the Baby Mario Brothers. This character choice as an Echo Fighter may seem like the bull, but it may work. Here's how. Remember how Sakurai said he wanted Dixie and Diddy to be a tag team? Well, I wouldn't want Baby Mario and Luigi to be a tag team. I think they would work better as an Ice Climbers Echo Fighter. And seeing how the Ice Climbers are back, you know, because there's no 3S limitations no more, and Duck Hunt and Rosalina and Luma are duo characters, and still in Smash Brothers, the Baby Mario Brothers can be possible. While they can pull moves from the Ice Climbers and their source game Mario and Luigi Partners in Time, I think the Baby Mario Brothers can be the fire version of the Ice Climbers, because you know, they deal with fire. They do have ice moves in the game. But it'd be pretty interesting, because if you played Partners in Time, the Baby Mario Brothers are dependent on their hammers. And they're pretty adorable, like the Ice Climbers, you know? They're way more adorable than the Ice Climbers, let me rephrase that. And I know the argument for new Mario characters is, oh, there's too much Mario reps in Smash Brothers. Well, let's be honest, guys. The Baby Mario Brothers, in my eyes, are more of a Yoshi rep than a Mario rep. And yes, I know the Yoshi franchise is a branch off the Mario franchise, but in Smash Brothers, it's considered a whole different category of character origins, okay? And I feel like they're more prominent in the Yoshi games than Mario games, so I feel like they would work better as Yoshi reps. It may seem outlandish, but tell me what you guys think about it, especially this one. I want to hear your feedback. Thanks for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed this top 10, hit that like button and subscribe. Trust me, it really helps out a lot. I'm in the process of streaming all 5 Smash Brothers games here on YouTube Gaming, called The Road to Smash Ultimate. I do this every weekend. For those of you that don't know what a weekend is, that's Saturdays and Sundays, all the way leading up to Smash Ultimate. So we have about under 100 days. So if you're down to see me struggle at unlocking characters and stages, join us in the streams by subscribing. Shoutouts to the awesome members for being the coolest people around. I love you guys. YouTube doesn't let me buy you guys dinner, but I love you guys. Subscribe for more Smash Brothers content, and tell me your 10 picks for Echo Fighters. You guys probably would have better ideas than me. I know my Baby Mario Brothers was the outlandish one. That's a new word. Outlandish one. But I liked it. As always, stay golden. Bye.